You know, a good twist ending in a movie can make a great movie for me. I love a good twist ending that I don't see coming. However, in daily life, when you get a twist ending, when something happens you didn't see coming, it's not always a good thing. Today on Body Slam, we're going to talk about it. Me of something that Brother Buford spoke about on the very last Brother Buford podcast. And if you didn't see it, it's called Some of My Favorite Things. And I wanted to talk about what he said for just a minute. That podcast was based off of something that I saw with my eyes. I was sitting in a Shoney's restaurant having breakfast buffet one morning because I had dropped my daughter off for school and she had to be there about 7:30, and I didn't have to be at work until after 10 o'clock. So I went and got a newspaper and I went to Shoney's and had breakfast and was sitting there reading the paper. And if you didn't see the podcast, I'll briefly explain it. Um, the person across from me was obviously a Christian, and may have been a pastor. I don't know. He had a big Bible, great big Bible out, and he was reading his Bible, and he was reading it out loud, um, for the benefit of everyone all the way around him, including his waitress. When she would come up, he would really, go at it. But when he finished his meal, he took his tip and he laid his tip down. It looked like a $10 bill laying on the table. And whenever I saw that, I thought, wow, what a great tip, because it looked very real. The waitress came up and she opens the tip and the customer's already gone, which this piece of paper was the only thing he left. She opens the tip up and it had $10 on the outside, but when you open it up, it said, "Are you disappointed?" It said it down toward the bottom. Well, you shouldn't be disappointed. Jesus will give you everything you need. And this is kind of along the lines of feeding homeless people. You meet people's need where they are. I watched a tear stream down her cheek, and I heard her tell one of her waitress friends who was bussing a table right across from where she was at. She said, I would love to hear about a Jesus. I would love to hear about a God who loved me enough to help me take care of my children. And I know that that's what this man's trying to do. She was trying to give him the benefit of a doubt. I mean, she really was. She said, but right now, I just need formula. Right now, I just need to have milk for my baby's bottle. And I felt so bad for her. And thinking about it, I still feel bad about that. Oh, boy, what did that do to her, to the Christian faith in her mind? So that day, I took it upon myself to bless her in spite of this other man. When she walked up, I said, I want you to know God's not like that. Um, I want you to know that being a Christian and a follower of Jesus loves you and your baby, and you matter. And I got to thinking that I wanted to share that with you. There's been a lot of things that's probably come to in your lap and been a disappointment. There's probably been a lot of things happen for you that you didn't see coming, a twist ending you found yourself in. And I want you to know God loves you. You'll have pastors and you'll have Christians that will tell you that it's your lack of faith. It has nothing to do with your lack of faith. It doesn't. It has to do with living in a sinful old world that we live in. And we make mistakes. And others make mistakes that affect us. But God loves you. God loves you. And you won't be disappointed with him. But for those of you that are hurting, I want you to know that. And for those of us that are ministering and trying to reach other people, let's meet their needs. Let's help people. Let's just love them. Let's just meet their needs. And let's go give them heaven.